So tornadoes.
Today?
Yeah,
What are we
it's pretty
saying?
Rome got hit.
Yeah,
Oh,
Rome really got destroyed.
Yeah.
Their
Well, I
courthouse
guess
is
you
still
could
not
see western New York, at least the northern part, it's flat. I mean, going back to school, it was always, oh, tornadoes, they only happen on like flat land. But we hills, we're fine.
You guys all set?
Yeah. Yeah, we're good.
So maybe we're ready.
They're looking at you.
Was that beat the sign that we're getting wrong?
Yes, I thought it was yours.
Nope. Nope, the hours or something on the door. Fine, so we're good? What happened? I don't know, it's kind of funny. Welcome to the August Village of Fayetteville Planning Board meeting. Congratulations, hello. Are you here for our sign permit application?
Yeah.
We're excited to hear what you're doing.
Just looking for you to give them an overview. of
Yeah,
what's
just give us a
happening.
quick overview. What is it you're doing?
Before is I knew, and then now I'm switching for pink nail for the sign because, I want to set up for some new customer, so the people. I just think if I change the name, if people gonna come like more, you know,
Okay.
they know the new management, whatever, so,
Okay.
yeah, that's why I want to change my.
Did you recently buy it? Are you a new owner? Okay,
June 1st.
June 1st. Congratulations.
Thank you. And then, this one, the color is not the white and black, actually.
You have an old copy.
Yeah,
I did
the
correct
yes,
it.
yeah.
So I think,
Is this the right one?
okay,
Okay.
so the sign application was revised to reflect the modifications you made to the sign.
And this is the standard measurements that we have for that plaza and everything.
Yes, the 2x8, the letterings within the code requirement.
Okay.
And then everything is the same like before. The board, I'm gonna keep the call the board, right? So, now is I nail, that's a sticker, we just peel off the sticker, put the new letters on it, so. Everything is the same like
Okay.
before. Nothing different.
And the letters are vinyl that go on the sign. Okay.
So this is sign and site plan?
Yeah, site plan, because it's new management, it's not,
Yep.
it's kind of informally, there's really nothing changing, and that's what she'll confirm.
And then no phone numbers here.
That,
We don't have phone
so
number.
I didn't even.
The
get to
different,
that.
yeah, that's why, yeah.
So,
So there's no any interior changes you're making to the space?
It's the same, yeah.
Same with everything.
I just repeat. Right.
Okay.
sure, this is what that's what I gave them with the updated copy, so you know. Parking.
I'm just wondering, it says 1 to 3 customers.
Yeah.
So from the parking standpoint, it said there are 1 to 3 customers at a time. How many people work?
Oh, now
So
just me.
Just you?
Yeah, because it's not really busy right now, so the previous owner, they bring all the customers, so now I have to set up a new customer, so. Now only me, sometimes my friend come.
Okay,
Oh, now it's only 1 or 2.
okay, sounds fine.
Will you be hiring staff?
Maybe I'll be in future, anymore, yeah. But it's not like a big business, it's small for 1,000 square feet, so. If the business say 3 people is enough,
Reason.
yeah, 3 people, it's enough.
Okay.
So, but at one time, we take the 3 customers to work for us. One.
Questions?
No. No.
How many total seats do you have in there? How many stations?
5 chairs,
There's 5 chairs,
yes.
so there could be up to 10, 15 people.
Oh, I wish.
Well, and that's always your hope, right?
Yeah,
If you have, so if there's 5 stations.
No, I mean, like 5 pedicure chair.
Mhm.
So if we work the 3 people, we can only take the 3 people, three customers.
Mhm.
So maybe another chair for waiting customer, and then we finish and then go is not exactly 5 people together.
Okay.
Because spaces are really small.
You do pedicures and nails, right?
Yeah, yeah. So nail table is 4, and then pedicure chair is 5.
So there's 5 pedicure stations and 4 nail stations.
Yes, right. And then 1 for waxing.
Okay,
It's same like before. I didn't change it.
okay.
All the furniture and stations are the same as they were laid out.
Yes, yes. Actually, before they have a couch by removing the couch. Yeah.
Look out for waiting.
Mhm.
And ideally, there's 18 people,
Right.
right? Ideally, you're maximized. That's part of the plaza.
Mhm.
As long as it's not late afternoon, Geno's will be affected.
Thought you would be more concerned about your cheesesteak being impacted.
Well, that's Geno's.
Oh,
Oh, and opening hour is a different. Before they open until 6, now until 7.
Okay.
Yes,
But, okay, so you've already updated the door sign.
yes.
Okay. Sunday on the door, you say till 6. I assume you
Yes,
need
Sunday.
5.
Yeah, but Sunday, a little different. Now only take the appointment customer. If no appointment, we're gonna close on Sunday. So I saw that plaza, any store is closed on Sunday, it's so quiet, so. If people come make appointment, we're gonna open, otherwise we close.
Makes
So I
sense.
will change for the Google.
Okay. Any other questions, site plan or sign?
pretty straightforward.
So we have. but for the purposes of seeker, I got to say this is a type 2. Is Ted happy now? I said it. Good. All right, site plan first. Anyone want to make a motion?
Motion to approve the site plan as submitted.
A second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then sign permit, everything's in line,
Mhm.
so
I'll make a motion to approve the sign permit as indicated in the application.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Even
quicker than I thought. Nervous, you know, when I'm so nervous the first time come before I knew.
Just nervous, no, not at all, it's a formality.
Congratulations.
So you're all set, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll talk to you tomorrow. about the
Okay, sure.
temporary sign.
Temporary sign, okay. Good luck. Thank you, thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Oh, perfect, thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know that.
So the minutes I actually printed out.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I missed what you said, sorry.
I was just saying that the girls go there all the time and they didn't notice that anyone was different or anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure the emails came in first either. I don't think this is the first one. First name page.
I know, interesting. The whole staff disappeared too. There's no one working there with her.
They usually move to other places, I know.
They do?
Mhm. Get better job over here and they all.
All at once?
Yeah.
All right.
So the minutes, I had already printed out copies of what I had originally given you, and then I printed out additional copies of the revisions. Thank you, Joanne, for going through it. It was a confusing meeting, and I have to admit, I probably didn't going back enough to it to make sure.
It wasn't
fine.
you, it was, the meeting
Oh, I
was
mean,
very
did I give you?
circuitous.
I'm gonna go run our copies, Catherine, that did I give you?
What's that?
The
Did you get
minutes.
one? That's marked up.
The revised one? Okay.
Oh, I don't
Oh,
know.
May not be the revised version.
I
thought.
just felt like given.
No,
the
you're
meeting,
fine.
Sometimes, you know, you feel something in a meeting that it felt like it needs to be cleared up, just in case they came back or. And there were things on the application that really weren't stated in the meeting, you know, so I wanted to make sure in the patio, there were more than one patio, so I just cleared it up.
Thank you. There were 2 front yards.
Yeah, and there were 2 fronts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did try to.
What the historical select is really worried about visibility versus,
Right,
there's a lot that happened in that meeting.
yeah. Did they go back to the historical? Yeah,
The
what
ranch
happened
board?
there? The HPC did.
They had already been to the HPC
But that was,
Later than that.
Yeah, that was a whole,
Yeah.
they were fine at the
Thought we
weekend.
did send them back,
we sent them back to someone.
because it was a minor change, but we don't wanna.
No, they did get reviewed by the HPC, it was no problem.
Okay,
It was still.
Because you can't see that back.
Yeah, that wasn't even brought up, it was,
there was a
Is that
change to
what-
the front.
I think they.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they made the front narrower and they made the side.
yeah, so they had. no
Right, it's
issues.
gonna-
It was still pretty
I
much.
think it's gonna look great.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, they
House
definitely
is
ready,
ready
they,
for the
they've had
That's not what they
HPC
gave
for
us.
a number of things. They're very good about keeping an open communication with them. And then the variants did get approved, so they're all good.
Okay.
Speaking of variances, they're probably wondering about Fieta. So having gone to the historic commission and, Ted might bring this up too, talk more about it. They were not in favor of that property being changed, the one that's within the historic overlay, being altered in any fashion.
Which one was that?
This is the Fietas.
No, but which property is
It's the
historical?
parcel that faces East Genesee. It's like the last structure before you get to the bridge when you're going down on the left.
Yeah, but
Used to be the
no,
restaurant, right?
That, let's do it this way. You're coming up the hill.
Oh, Mills.
Top of the bridge on the Mill Street's on your right under the bridge.
Yeah,
That first house on Genesee is the yellow house.
yeah,
That's where the historic district begins.
that's his.
That's his, as well as all the properties adjacent to the flank Mill Street. That Genesee is it's a deep parcel.
Oh,
So basically, he did go to have a conversation still with the zoning board, and what it came down to is they're gonna revise the plan excluding that property, make a couple other changes. Once he gets a formal revised survey to be evaluated for the variance purposes, which hopefully will happen at the ZBA meeting this month, then he'll be back to the planning board by September, if he's got the drawing.
Okay.
That's where that stands.
But that big yellow building, that property that's really what allowed a lot of the changes to be marketable parcels.
Right.
So he's really just
Yeah, he
shuffling
was-
property lines from small to small, but just making. them
So-
consistent.
Yeah, so what it disallows is at the back end, there were two flag parcels that were gonna be created. Now there'd only be one. There was one Mill Street property that was very large that could be subdivided. But then on the other end of Mill Street, closer to the bridge, there were three small postage stamp, if you will, parcels
Mhm.
that will be combined into two. So that one has a house. One has a structure there, the other two are vacant. So the middle vacant one will get absorbed between the other two. So that the one is more buildable and one will now have a driveway along with the structure that's there.
Okay,
So those are ultimately what's gonna be happening, the two changes. One will disappear, but one will get split up.
I think that improves marketability. Lesser parcels, but. Okay,
And then, as far as the signage, I don't know if there's gonna be more. I had a conversation with somebody about temporary signage for Alloy Fitness. Which to me was pretty much in all intents purposes. Kind of a preliminary permanent sign for the size and where it was going to be. They never did get back in touch with me. I said, the best thing, and this is for what it's worth for you to see what they were looking to do. I don't know if they'll still come back for it. They were looking for something because the windows are still under construction and there's no signboard in place yet, pardon me?
He is in
Yeah,
there?
He's the first tenant. He's been in
Yeah.
there.
I thought they had to do a storefront first.
They are working on the storefront, kind of around what he's established inside. So in the interim, until the exterior is finished, there's no place for a permanent sign yet.
Mhm.
They were looking to do something like this.
But,
Um,
well, speaking of signs, and since we just had a prime example, I mean, shouldn't we do something? What,
So this is why we
There's a
wanted to
sign
have a
permit.
conversation with the developer. And
we-
I thought
we-
Mike was gonna have a conversation with, but I don't think he was ever able to meet up with Joe. They kept missing each other to figure out what the sign package. There is something in the site plan that they had submitted. There appears to be a standard template that's gonna be used for all the signs. similar to the plaza.
Yeah, why don't they
Um,
make it the same so they can put
So
it
I
in
think,
its place?
yeah, but we were never able to confirm with the developer. Is it going to be as much as this plaza does where
They're all
not only is the
the same.
same size, is it gonna have to have the same background?
They
or
should.
anything like that.
Sure.
So again, this was temporary, but I figured it was better to have a conversation now because I think it will lead to what they're hoping to have as an end result too. But I just figured I'd still share it because I know they're gonna need something, they're already in place. And we'll need something in some fashion sooner or later.
You're right, because they'll come back and say, well, if the temporary was okay, why can't this be?
Yeah.
Permanent, right?
Right,
Well,
for the size, yeah, it just doesn't fit the standards for temporary. And that was the better part of it. In my mind, I'm thinking if this is acceptable, then it can transition to be the permanent. I think it fits within what seems to be the sign allocation on the site plan renderings.
With this plaza, there's not a requirement of color of the border or anything. It's just the shape of the sign
It's just a
itself
shape,
and the measurements.
I thought they were
I think
supposed to all
there
have light
is.
backgrounds, cream background
I
or
think it's,
off-white.
it says something, but it's hard to remember. We pulled it out a long time ago. It also allows for like these little signs too. Next to the door, on the door. I remember reading that, but I don't know where, I don't know how easy it is to pull that out again, but. Cause I would think this would be similar here.
But they could come, then again, have their own template.
Yeah. Not the same sign as there, obviously, but that matches the character of that architecture.
Right, you know. I wouldn't want to say yes to a temporary
No.
sign that we couldn't love forever.
Right,
exactly.
I think they'd have to identify what it is they're going to build in the future and show us how that works with it.
To clean up the site.
Yeah, I mean, does he have a permit to work on the restaurant portion? I see that he's taken that side, because he never came back with the restaurant. And
No.
it looks
No,
like
they may be
he's-
doing like demo work and cleanup,
Maybe
but there's nothing for the
facade work.
restaurant itself. I get the feeling that's not gonna be
It's not gonna happen.
finalized for a few months.
Is the door still wide
Don't
open?
make the mistake of announcing.
Front door was open?
pieces or signs.
I wandered
Such a
by the other
mistake.
day and I chose not to trespass. But I can see that both the outer door and the inner door was just wide open and you could just wander inside and just go
You wouldn't be
snooping
in a
around.
planning board meeting, or a planning board member, you could walk on any.
I
place.
totally would have gone.
I would have too.
And
There's a pile
You're allowed.
of waste concrete. on
Yeah,
the
it's something
pavement,
actually
like,
that's-
Really?
right where someone should be tripping.
Wait, is that
It
true?
looks terrible.
Yeah.
I heard you just say
No,
that.
it's true. If there,
It is?
if there's an application, it's a law that we're allowed to not walk in someone's house, but
walk around the site.
Commercial.
you're allowed to be there. And if the door was open and you walked in, I don't think.
You know what? I'll take a look at that.
Oh, now he's
next-
going back.
I'll take a look.
Read it. 'cause
Yeah.
In
I'll
the,
take a
Site visits are a part of it, to
Yeah.
what degree, yes, you
yeah,
wanna be,
there's a
Sure,
surely a
that the
line
people there
of
are
where you.
Well, I
would
mean,
go
there was
to.
nobody there. It was like,
Yeah.
it was probably like closer to
You're going
midnight.
But it was in our class. It was in our class that we had at, the last planning board class we went to. They talked about how we have the right. So as a code enforcement officer does too.
Mhm.
But only if there's an application pending.
Well, pending or?
There
did we
is.
approve-
He hasn't
Oh, well,
come
yeah,
back.
he hasn't, that's still pending, you're right.
Yeah.
Ah,
The
next.
restaurant. You can't do it
That
if
door-
someone doesn't have an
The
application.
door open? No, I call
It's an
field
overall-
trip.
Elvis closed.
If one gets in trouble, we all go.
I just wondered what he was doing to the side of the restaurant portion, because they've stripped that off now with.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not really a smart idea if you don't know what's gonna be on the inside.
Not only
But-
did they use old plywood, they didn't cover it with tie back. It's just out there intentionally looking bad for approvals.
that was put up, or is that what was underneath?
No, they ripped that, remember it had that awning thing on
Maybe
it?
they took that off, is that what was underneath?
No, they put that up.
At least.
I just thought it's what was exposed.
Painted, cover with tie with
I
something.
mean, I wonder how long it's gonna be like that.
You know how the leasing process goes
Yeah.
legally. That takes months.
I don't know if he's waiting for, he had been approved for one of his Main Street grant applications. And I don't know if that is influencing anything that he's trying to do moving forward, waiting for that. It's a wild guess. I doubt that's entirely the situation, but
It makes sense though. There's a lot of money floating around for stormwater grants.
Well, and even once we can get that underway, I don't know, like, how quickly it's a reimbursable. So, you know.
Yeah, you have to spend it before you get it.
Right, it would still not be an immediate,
But can you be spending it before it's approved?
On your own, yeah.
Or prior to approval?
that might be where
It would be at your own risk.
I'm a little ignorant on part of, you know, what, because the contract hasn't been signed to, as far as this agreement between the applicant and the village. So that could be what he's waiting on.
You do something car wash. Car wash.
I don't know if Mike has gotten the drawings, the construction drawings he's been waiting for. But they're good to go. I think they have a permit,
It's not doing it.
but he's
Yeah,
been not able to
these
connect with
corners
them.
that are-
Because like they were rushing us, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
they were.
these applicants, it's so annoying.
And it was gonna be up within a year.
Yeah, they were rushing us like we were holding them up.
I was told they just opened one at Moyer's Quarter.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
I keep seeing them, I keep seeing more and more and I'm.
Similar to
Yeah,
that.
because I keep wanting to go pull in thinking it's a Delta Sonic and I'm like, oh wait, no, it's a Splash.
yeah.
And I don't have a membership to that yet.
As an organization, they're really active. They're out there buying sites and putting offers in it.
Splash.
They're throwing a lot of spaghetti at walls to see what sticks and just, they're lowballing a lot of stuff, but they're getting through it. No doubt they wanted to and needed to rush us because of what they thought they had going on with selling the property. And I've seen their office and I've seen how organized Splash is as a group. I don't know if there was more hold up on the other side. I have no doubt about
Well, it's not
The
sell.
developer.
It's leased.
that. There was a piece of it they bought, wasn't there?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, on the other side.
Yeah,
The other side, oh, that's right, the land now is
Yeah,
leased.
because they don't really own the primary part of the property.
And don't
just
they
a
own-
Small building in the.
They own what was Fitch Street? Splash does.
Yeah, and the little office building.
Yeah.
But the majority of the properties they don't.
Leased.
Which seems very odd to me, but that's a problem. I wouldn't want to develop it that way. Makes no sense.
Yeah.
So maybe they thought they could convince him, but
You can get 100-year lease. And a thing, but that's not the kind of site that a developer gives that up to.
There's the minutes. Guys have to make a decision.
You said nice job, thank you, Joanne. We talked a lot about how it went nowhere, and then we were discussing nothing.
I would like to make a motion to approve the minutes as so artfully submitted.
I like the way you
Second.
did that. Perfect.
Second.
John, second, all in favor?
I
Anything else, Leanne?
You guys have.
Looking at the teacher, like, make a motion to,
why is it September to be determined meeting? You don't.
Oh,
Probably.
Labor Day is September 2nd.
It's always on Labor Day and I just want to confirm the following Monday.
Maybe Labor Day next month.
I know, just that. It's really a sad.
you were just so sad with the crazy smile, like, oh, where's it going?
That's how I feel. I can't believe it's August. So typically we move it to the second Monday, which is also the same time of local board of the trustees meeting, so there might be a tweak on the time. Depending on. We try to get them to start early and we might have to start at 7:30. We potentially have the theater. I'm not aware of anything else on the horizon, but that's always subject to change.
I'm game for Monday, the
I'm
9th.
moving into the ninth
What's
on
that?
my calendar. That's
You good for
fine.
moving it to the 9th?
That's
Yeah,
fine.
that's fine.
I can always
Okay,
do Monday. if I
Thank you.
can't
Just
do
wanted to
Joanne?
confirm that
Fine.
that typically.
It's like, fine,
I just don't want
summer's
to
going
be
to hell
like,
anyways.
it's all gone anyhow.
All right, so it's
I
just-
like fall. I just don't want it to come back quick.
and then, I think that's all, Scott, right, that we needed to talk about?
Looks like Ted has something to say.
Make a motion